All right. So if you haven't already found your way into a comfortable place to be for your yoga practice, you can do that. All right. So the requests tonight were hips, triangle, and it is super hot outside tonight, so not sweating. So a not hot yoga class in this hot weather. All right. So now that I'm far away from my computer, I'm going to talk in a quiet voice. Can you guys put your hands up if you can hear me well? All right, I see a hand. I see a hand. Awesome. I see two hands. It's good enough for me. All right. So find a comfortable place to be. Maybe the eyes are closed, or maybe you gaze softly on the floor in front of you. And just give yourself a moment to settle into the space, to settle into the moment, just being in this space, being in your body, being in the room, and start to become a little more aware of everything around you. Maybe the eyes are closed, maybe the eyes are open. You can listen, you can see, just whatever senses are available to just notice. Like, what is it like in this moment? Can you ask your mind this simple question, like, hey, mind, can you just be here? And once the mind starts to stay here a little bit more, notice your sitting bones pressing directly into whatever you're sitting on. And maybe give yourself a little shift side to side or forward and back or wherever you need to. And then find stillness in what feels like center, like perfectly centered. And then feel your legs just resting on the ground. Nothing to hold or tense or control. It's just letting the legs be the legs, right? And as you start to focus on this steady base that is being pressed towards the earth without your will, right? Your gravity's doing it for you. Start to deepen your breath. So practice a real slow, steady breathing pattern. Focusing on letting the belly expand and contract as you breathe in and out. And really feeling that direction. You inhale, everything going down, right? Pressing down towards the diaphragm, down towards the belly, legs pressing down, sitting bones pressing down. And as you keep that in your mind, that direction of everything pressing down, start to feel the opposite. Feel the top of your head lifting up, but continue that slow, deep breath. Feel the heart gently lifting up. And start to really focus on your breath and notice when you breathe deeply, your breath first goes down and then eventually the lungs will fill up. So you've got both those directions, kind of like when you put water into a glass, the water goes down, but the level of the glass goes up. So let your lungs start to fill in that same way. Really slow, deep breath, right? Inhaling, the belly expands, then the ribs, then the chest. Exhaling, the direction is up and out, but the lungs empty. So feeling all those different directions. And notice your whole body in this whole process, right? You are a whole being, breathing, sitting, noticing. And as you continue your slow, deep breathing for a little while longer, notice how as you inhale and exhale, just notice that movement. Bring all your awareness to the movement in the front of the body, belly, ribs, chest, everything in the front. And keep that deep breath going, and notice your back body. It's going to be more subtle, the movement that happens, the sensations that get rearranged because of your breath. But see if you can locate the movement of your lungs and ribs on the back body. And keep your slow, deep breath moving, and notice the sidelines of your body. And feel how they move and shift. And then let your awareness notice your whole body. That 360-degree view. As you breathe slowly and deeply, take a couple more. And when you're ready, let your body breathe itself. Take a moment, notice how you feel. Jaw relaxed, face relaxed, heart open, shoulders soft. And let your mind just stay centered, stay focused on the body, on the breath, on how it feels to be in your space. You can sit up nice and tall, you can take a breath in. And as you exhale, gently bring your head down, chin closer to your chest. And on an inhaling breath, slowly roll your head over to one side. You don't have to go far, right? Exhale, head down. Inhale, nice and slow, other side. Exhale, head down. So come back to that slow, deepened breathing so that the pace of this movement is very slow so that you can feel all the details. We feel more when we go slowly. The next time your head is tipped over to the right, let it stay there. And take at least 2 slow, deep breaths with your head tipped to the right. And when you're ready, you can release and make your way over to the other side. And you can pause here for 2 slow, deep breaths. And when you're ready, you can gently release. You can really bring your head down. You can blink your eyes open and bring your gaze back up or bring your head back up. Good. And when you're ready, you can release, oops, whatever you're sitting on. And you can extend your legs out in front of you. If your hands are willing, you can lean back on your hands. You can also lean on forearms, or don't lean at all, but start to move your feet. Start to point and flex. And then you can rotate at the ankles. Notice all the details in the feet, in the toes, in the calf. Go the other way. And see if you can maintain that slow, deep breathing, right? The more you normalize it, the more you practice it, the more it'll be available to when you need it. You can bring your feet a little wider and let them be like windshield wipers. Noticing everything in the legs, how they feel when they move, all the way up to the hip. Good. You can release and just bounce your knees up and down. Good. And you can release and notice how your legs feel. All right. So this movements of the spine, but we'll get at them with like the hips. So you can have your kind of like before, hands behind you or forearms behind you, feet a little wider than hips are wide, and allow the knees to go side to side. Rather do the lying down, you can. We're gonna hop back up in a moment though, so it's up to you. It usually feels, especially when you're leaned back like this on forearms, we put a little more weight, so it gives a nice massage to all these muscles. Right? Sometimes sore, right? Before we started the recording, there was some talk of FI. I know when my FI is out, my glutes get sore, especially on one side more than another, depending on what's out. Good. And eventually let your knees go over right, right? And then you can kind of walk yourself back upright towards sitting. So I call this like half pinwheel. So you got like this pinwheel shape with the legs. The right hand is going to go beside you, left hand on your left hip. I'm attempting to mirror on here, but we'll see how that goes. And as you inhale, press your hip forward. The sitting bone is going to leave the ground, twist to the right, and then exhale, unwind, look over your other shoulder. So the hand is just there as a little guidance to feel the hip moving forward. You don't have to push or shove it, but you just want to really feel that motion. We're twisting, but we're doing it from the hip first, then the rest of the spine is spiraling to the right and unwind. So move with your breath. Good. And let's add the arm. So you can bring your left arm shoulder height. And as you inhale, sweep it forward, reach, and then exhale, unwind. So your hip is still doing the same thing. Your body's still twisting. You're just adding your arm into the motion. So we're getting the shoulder blade into the rotation or in some movement rather. And next time your arm is sweeping around and you're twisted, just let it go to the ground, right? You can sit up nice and tall. Elongate your spine first, slide your shoulders down the back, and find a comfortable twist. You might want to walk a little further. You might want to unwind. Find what you can sustain for 2 slow, deep breaths at least, and then just breathe. Slow, deep breathing. A gentle twist on your spine. No forcing, no pushing. You're just gently supporting whatever the body, wherever it wants to land. Good. And when you're done, you can unwind. We're going to stay with the legs, but you can either place hands on the knee or on either side of the knee. We're going to do dolphin. So the body, it's kind of like cat and cow, right? You guys know how to do it. But as you inhale, you're going to sit up tall. As you exhale, dive down, nose towards knee, round your spine. Inhale, unfurl, nose, then chest, then heart, ribs, then belly. Exhale, round. So as you empty the lungs, kind of scooping your belly back into the spine. Inhale as you unfurl, find belly can really expand. And then exhale the opposite. Hug the belly into the spine, dive down. Inhale, unfurl. So moving with your breath, moving in a way that feels good to your hips, to your spine, to your body, right? Making sure your feet are comfortable even. Good. And then come back up to neutral. You can place your left hand on the right knee. I think I have that right. I might have it wrong. I think I have it right. And then your other arm, whatever that is, can go up. And just a really gentle arc over to your side and then back up. So for me, I'm a little tight right now, so I'm not going to go super far. So you're just inhaling back up, exhaling a little wave over towards your left knee. And if you want to hold it, you can hold it. Just finding a stretch here, pointing your tailbone straight towards the ground. Letting your neck just be an extension of the spine. Letting your breath be deep so you can find out, does this shape feel okay to me? Good. And when you're ready, you can come on up. We're going to unwind, hands behind you, forearms or hands on the ground. Knees go side to side with feet wide. So just kind of on really like, I feel like I just like unwound from that and had to get out of it because we were in that for a while. So we're going to go side to side a few times before we switch sides and do all that stuff on the other side. Hopefully I can remember it all. Good. And then let your knees go to the left. And sit back upright. Rearrange if you need to. All right, so we're going to start with right hand on hip, left hand beside you, just a gentle kind of moving the hip forward and back. So inhale, press forward, a gentle twist. Exhale, unwind. So we did a lot on the other side and we're just starting on this side. So I'm noticing that like my body is a little crankier than I thought it would be. Because we moved for a while on the other side. So we got to get this side on board. So just gently moving, inhaling to twist, exhaling to unwind. Feeling your sitting bone leave the ground and make its way back to it. And you can add the arm if you want. Right arm sweeps forward. On the inhale, exhale, it sweeps back. So the shoulder blade gets involved, the upper body gets involved. Slow, deep breath. Notice your whole body. And the next time you're twisted, if you feel kind of warmed up and ready to hang out there, you can just let your hand find the floor. Sit up nice and tall, gently twist, look over your left shoulder, and deepen your breath. Relax your jaw. Practice that deep belly breath. It's going to feel different, right? Because you're twisted, especially through the abdomen. Good. And on an exhale, start to unwind. Hands either stacked on the left knee or on either side of it. You can inhale to sit up tall. And as you exhale, dive down, nose towards knee. Inhale to lift up, nose, chest, ribs, belly. Unfurl, and then exhale to dive down. Take your time, finding that like cat-cow motion of this, right? Rounded spine and then arched back. Good. And eventually you can come back upright and place your right hand on the left leg. I think I have that right. Your other arm, your left arm can go up as you gently arc over and then inhale back up. So you're just going to wave in and out of this, just getting used to that stretch because it can be really intense. You don't have to make it really deep and intense, but so you're just kind of warming up, moving in and out of it. If and when you want to hold it, you can hold it. And then work all the little details. Tailbones point straight towards the ground. Belly draws a little bit in and up. Shoulders relaxed. Keep breathing. Good. And when you're ready, you can lift up, release your arms behind you. I think I got all of those things. Let your knees come up, either hands behind you or forearms feet wide, and let your knees go side. Good. That's all the movements of the spine with included. Great. You can come back up to neutral or back up to sitting rather. And we're gonna let the back have a little rounded shape. So either your knees are bent up or feet together, knees out, since we did a lot of hip openers. And just gently fold over the legs. It doesn't matter how far you go, doesn't matter how not so far you go. Allow your head to hang heavy and your shoulders to roll forward. And take a couple of slow, deep breaths. If it would feel good to gently rock your torso side to side, maybe that is how you do it. Good. And when you're ready, you can roll your way back up. Knees stay out, or you can pick them up. And you can bring your hands behind you. Fingers face away. I like tented hands, but you could also have flat hands if you want. Bend your elbows a little bit. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then from here, if you're not already, start to like lift your heart up to that place where the wall and the ceiling meet, assuming you're in a room, in a house, or a building. So just finding that stretch across the sternum, across the heart, collarbone. Good. And then you can release and notice how you feel. All right. So let's come up to standing if you're willing, because we are gonna try to work on triangle eventually. I like triangle because it's really nuanced, and I think it seems hard, but you could also do it to a lesser degree, and I think that makes it less hard, but I could be also very wrong. I also like it because the first time I was taught triangle, I was certain that the teacher had it wrong. I was like, this is weird. This can't be right. It's a little weird. All right, but let's put triangle out of our minds. Let's do mountain first. So feet hip distance, parallel, shift your weight, spread your toes. Just start to get comfortable in your feet in this like standing thing that you're doing. And then find balance on both feet and start to bend your knees and just get a little closer to the ground, right? Find that centered point. You can shift your weight to your heels and find her, and then lengthen your legs. They don't have to be like, you just don't make sure you don't hyperextend them. Turn your palms to face forward, open the heart. So feet pressed down, crown of the head reaches up towards the ceiling. Good. And as you inhale, float your arms up to any degree they want to. You can bring your hands together and slide them down the midline. Interlace fingers as you exhale, press your palms towards the ground. Good. And then inhale, you're going to slide them in prayer right back up. And exhale out to the sides. And then we're going to start again. So inhale, arms out and open. Palms together as you exhale. Interlace the fingers, press your palms down, keep emptying the lungs. And then inhale, reach your arms back up. Exhale, down to your sides. So simple sun breath. I think I tried to do this the other day in one of the classes I taught and I kept messing it up, but I think I've got it now. Inhale up, exhale down. Interlace fingers, press palms, empty, empty, empty the lungs. Inhale back up. So take your time. You don't have to go at my pace. I just want to make sure we had the pattern. So once you have the pattern, check in on the rest of your body. I just noticed I was really tightening my toes or pressing my toes down really tight. Find balance on your feet. Your toes shouldn't have to press so hard. I'm telling myself that mostly. And notice, is there anything else that's tight on you? Shoulders, face, jaw, mind? Is it wrapped really tightly around something? Might be. Good. Let's do like one more rotation. You'll be complete when the arms are cascading down to your sides. Good. And when you release, you could shift your weight, find out how you feel. All right. So from here, you can find a wide angled stance. Let me check in on our timeline here. Oh, good. We're doing good. All right. So feet wide, and take your right foot, turn it out at a 90-degree angle, and your left toes in a little bit. Yeah, so just keep kind of drawing the feet towards each other. I always think of it like a zipper, right? You're pulling your feet towards each other, and then you have this like center line that you kind of pull right up through. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody else, but that's what I'm sticking with. All right, so from here, you can bring your hands into prayer. And actually, we can release arms. Take your right arm and bring it up as the left arm reaches down, and you're gonna just gently tip your torso ever so slightly back and then come back down, right to neutral, right to center. So you want to normalize finding center. Right arm reaches up, left fingers drop down a little bit, your torso slightly moves to the left, and then release, come back down. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach your arm up. Feel balanced on both feet as you tip, maybe a little more this time. And if you'd like to, you can bend your right knee. Visualize it in your mind's eye, lining up right over the ankle. I know we're not looking, but you guys have done this a lot of times with me, so I think you can do it. Keep pressing fingers up as tailbone and feet press down. Keep breathing. Good. Lengthen your leg. Release your arm. Little reverse warrior. Turn your toes. Usually we do warrior first, warrior two, but I just went right into reverse warrior. Let's go the other side. Left toes out, right toes in a little bit. So gently hug your feet towards each other. Find that like center line, that like zipper as I call it, right up. The left arm can go up. Inhale. Exhale as you slide your right arm down your leg and tip a little bit. Then you're going to come back up to center. So I don't think I was as tight second side as I was on the first side. So I'm going a little further. So you find where you need to be. We're going to move in and out of that. Inhale as the arm goes straight up. Exhale as you tip a little bit and your hand to the right and your other hand goes down the leg. Good. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time and you can hold it. Good. If you want, you can bend your knee and try to find that center of gravity, center of balance right where you are. So keep breathing. Good. Whenever you're done, you can release your arm, lengthen your leg, turn your toes. Beautiful. And you can walk your feet a little closer together. I think I lost one of you, but I let you back in, so hopefully we're all good now. All right, so from here, find your mountain, feet hip distance in parallel. Turn your palms to face forward. As you inhale, bring up the sun, float the arms up. As you exhale, hinge at your hips, swan dive, fold over the legs. You can bend your knees as much as they want you to bend them. Inhale to a flat back. I didn't give you guys any warning about what we were doing. We're going to do half sun. Exhale, fold. Good. One more time. Inhale, hands to shins or blocks. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Good. Bend your knees. Your legs are going to do all the work. Reverse your swan dive. Arms out to the sides as you lift up to standing. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Just take a moment. Notice how you feel. Beautiful. And release your arms. We'll do that again later, but for now, we'll leave it alone. So let your feet be hip distance, not hip distance, wider than hip distance. That nice, that stance you had before. Right toes go out, or right foot goes out, left toes go in a little bit. So gently hug your feet towards each other. Find that like center line. Let's see, we're gonna do triangle. So you can always play with the distance that the feet are. You can play with a lot of this. What we want is the sidelines of the body to stay parallel. So you don't have to go super far, right? So start with hands on hips, just elongate the spine. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, let your hips just go to the left to any degree as your shoulders and head and everything tips to the right. Your ribs on the left side stay flat and then come back up. So it takes quite a bit of strength through the belly, through the obliques. So inhale, lengthen, exhale, same thing, hinge at your hips and fold and then come back up. So it's going to also take a lot of work in the leg. Brittany's bag? It was in the door. She already got it. I watched her get it. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry, we're gonna start over. No, we're gonna add the arms. Just kidding. Sorry, a friend left her bag. She had to come and get it. Anyway, so bring your hands into prayer. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hinge at your hips and let your arms go parallel to the ground. So this is gonna up the challenge a little bit. And then inhale back up. Arms up, everything up. And then exhale, hinge at your hips. So it's a little harder now to keep this more straight. But remember, you don't have to go super far. Inhale back up. Exhale. This doesn't have to be hard, right? You could do this to any degree your body wants you to do it. Next time you're hinging at your hips, just pause there, reach through the right fingers, and then pivot the arms, right? Right arm down, left arm up. Good. I find when I in a yoga studio and I look around, more often than not, people are further than I think their body is comfortable. So my hand right now is above my knee. It's on my thigh. For me, being a little higher is going to help me keep my ribs or my sidelines of my body straight. And sometimes my arm gets tired and I bring it down, right? But we're not going to stay here forever, I promise. So when you're ready, bring your hand to your belly, the one that's up, bring it to your belly. Remember that you're strong. Use your core strength. Come back up to standing. Turn your toes and fold over the legs. And just hang heavy. Let your head hang. Let your shoulders hang. Bend the knees to any degree. Good. And from here, you can bend your knees a little bit. Kind of walk your way halfway up. Pause. And you can come all the way back up to standing. Good. If your feet need a break, if they need to be closer for a moment, you can step your feet together. And we'll do the other side. And I won't get distracted this time. So left toes out, right toes in a little bit. Find that nice, strong, like center, feet push towards each other. Hands to hips. Take a breath in. As you exhale, the hips slide to the right as your shoulders and head go the other way. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hinge. So see if you can kind of keep the weight of your body equal on your feet. It's a little hard because we're tipping over. We want the sidelines to be parallel, the belly to be strong. Let's add the arms. So inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, arms parallel to the ground as you hinge. Good. And then come back up. Go like maybe 20% of how you think your body normally wants to go into triangle. And then, as we kind of move in and out of this, I'm still going, even though I'm not staying it. Maybe go like 40%. And then a little further, right? So just gently moving your way into where your body wants to land for triangle. And next time you're kind of reaching your way there, find your body's like full expression for now. It doesn't mean push yourself. It just means find where you want to land. Left arm up, left arm down, right arm up. If it wants to, my shoulder just said no thanks. So keep breathing. Nice straight lines in the body, right? Uh, Side lines of your body are parallel to one another, belly strong, heart open. If your right arm is lifted, bring it to your belly. Use your core strength, come up to standing. Good, turn your toes. And you can fold over the legs. Good. From here, it might feel good to do a wide angled downward facing dog. So just notice how you can pick your hands up from the ground without falling. So all the weight's going to stay in your legs. You're going to reach your fingertips forward. I like to inch them forward, right, until I can't reach them anymore. And then I push the hips away from the fingers. And breathe. Slow, deep breath. Good. You can walk your hands back to you, spin your heels in, your toes out. Let yourself come up about halfway, hands to thighs, and pause. Good. And then you can come all the way back up. Walk your feet a little closer. Find your mountain. Good. On an inhale, you can bring up the sun. Reach your arms up, get nice and tall. As you exhale, hinge at your hips, swan dive, fold over the legs. Inhale to a flat back, hands to shins or hands to blocks. Exhale, fold. Right. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees. The power comes from your legs. Arms out to the sides as you reverse your swan dive all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment. Notice how you feel. Good. You can release your hands. You can blink your eyes open. All right. So while we're standing, we'll do something else standing here. Mountain. So feet. I'm on the squeaky part of my floor. Hold on. Let your feet be grounded. You can't help it when you're standing, but just feel through it. Like notice. Find the balance. Right? Hands into prayer. And shift your weight to your left foot. Make sure the knee isn't locked. Let your right heel lift. Knee turns out, foot to foot. So you can keep your toes or the ball of the foot on the ground. You could also bring your foot up a little higher. Just don't push into the knee joint. So just below the knee or just above the knee. Belly strong. So remember that zipper, right? So your foot is pressing into your leg. Your leg's also pushing into your foot. So that that center force, right? And then let it zip right up your midline. Again, I don't know if that makes sense to anybody else but me. If you want branches in your tree, you can have branches. So it might be windy in your part of the forest. Try a smile. It might help. Keep breathing. Good. And when you're done, release your arms, release the legs. Notice how you feel. Good. Find balance on 2 feet first. Hands to prayer. Shift your weight to the other leg, whichever one you didn't do. What is that? Left heel lifts, knee turns out, foot to foot. So wherever you want to land is fine, but think of that like that push and leg pushes against foot, foot pushes against leg. Belly strong, heart open, branches if you want them. Whatever shape they want to be in, keep breathing. What can you soften? right? What can you relax? What needs to be strong? That one probably comes pretty obviously. And when you're ready, release. Great. All right. Let's come down to the yoga mat. You're somebody who loves child's pose. You can do that right now. Um, but I'm going to do upright child's pose. So you guys already know it, but you can fold, sit, and kind of drape your body over the legs. Or if your knees and hips allow it, you can do child's pose facing the ground. So whichever shape you find yourself in, take a few slow, deep breaths and really let this be the moment to rest, to relax, to release, but also to get a little stretch. Maybe even to take a moment to just honor the body you're in, to thank it for everything it can do today. Good. And when you're ready, you can start to roll your way back up. And from here, find your way onto your belly. We're going to do a down yoga form. So find your way down. When you get there, you can turn your head to one side. Arms can go wherever they're most comfortable. I like to rest my head on my hands or forearms. You can bend your knees and let your feet go side to side. Sense of how the low back feels. Turn your head the other way. Go in for a little longer. If that feels good, if not, you can release it. And if it isn't already to the right, turn your head back to the right or to the right. Release your legs down. Oh, actually, you know what? I skipped. We're going to do something before we do that. So you can bring your chin or forehead to the ground and bring your arms along the sides of your body. So chin or forehead down. This is a little hard for me to do with a microphone, but I'm going to do my best. Curl your toes under and gently press back through your heels. Press your pelvis gently down towards the yoga mat. Lift your shoulders without lifting your chest and head. So just a little bit. And that might be my thing because I'm a very mobile person, right? Lengthen back through the fingers. Undo the toes. Lengthen back through the toes. Press forward through your crown. So it's mountain. We're just belly down, right? So keep lengthening through toes, through fingers, through the top of your head. Push the pelvis down. Inhale. And as you exhale, in a really small way, lengthen through everything. Gently lift. Maybe it's just an inch or two off the ground. And then slowly lower. So really keep that lengthening happening. Belly strong. Pelvis presses down. Lengthen and lift. And then lower. You don't have to go far. I will tell you, this is the yoga form that my back likes the least, but if I can practice it in a really small way, my back really likes it, and I think it's really beneficial, but I tend to overdo it. So it's good to know the yoga forms that you tend to overdo, so we can practice not overdoing it. Good. If you want to lift and hold, you can. My body doesn't go very far. You might go further than me, but prioritize lengthening through fingers, toes, crown of the head, and that strength. So we have both. We have that like flexibility as we lengthen, we have strength as we lift up. You can release when you're ready. Turn your head to the right. Bend your knees, let your feet go side to side. Good, and then turn your head the other way. And then eventually turn your head right again. Release your legs. And the right leg is going to come out. This is called half frog. Just going to come out roughly a 90-degree angle. I only can see that myself when I look at my computer, but it's not important for you to like look and make sure. It's just the leg is out to the side, to wherever it's comfortable. And take a few slow, deep breaths. Let's practice your slow, deep breathing and inviting your body to rest and relax. Eventually, you can release your right leg. Just give it a moment. Notice how you feel one side to the other. Turn your head to the left, and your left leg goes off to the side. Finding half frog on the other side. As you're sleeping, noticing how the body feels as you rest. Whenever you feel ready, you can release your leg. Give it a moment. Maybe rocking pelvis a little side to side, or you can bend your knees and let the feet go side to side. Good. And from here, you can either push back into child's pose if that feels really good to you, or you can roll over onto one side and be in a fetal position. Either way. Good. And when you feel ready, you can find your way onto your back. So from wherever you're at, take your time, find your way onto your back. We're going to do a twist from lying down. So if you know you need props on the way there, you can grab them. And when you get there, no rush, but you can bring your knees in towards your chest. Hold your knees or wrap your arms around and gently rock side to side. Good. And then you can release. Before we do our twist, let's do this. So you can cross your right ankle over your left knee. Knee kind of falls away from you. You can stay here or let your left foot leave the ground. You could also interlace your hands around your left thigh and find a stretch that feels good. Maybe a little rock side to side, whatever is gonna be good. We, half frog kind of got at these muscles, but that was more of like a release. This is more of a stretch. Good. And you can release and switch sides when you're ready. So maybe the knees are drawn in, maybe the right foot stays on the ground. Maybe you rock a little bit side to side. Good. You can release when you're ready. And we'll do our twist and then we'll relax. Do I have time for that? I'm gonna have to. All right, so find let your arms go off to the side in a T position. Scoot your hips a little bit to the right, and your knees are gonna go left. So when I just drop them over the left, to me, that feels like a good twist. If you need more, the knees are gonna come in towards your left arm. You need less, they go further away. So you find what works for you. My back's not feeling super twisty today, so I'm gonna stay in this really gentle version. And deepen your breath. Just letting the ground hold you, letting your breath be really slow and deep, body soft. Good. And when you're ready, you can unwind, square your hips, and we'll go the other way. So hips go a little left of center, knees can drop to the right, or they can go a little closer to the right arm. And turn your head to the left if that feels safe on the neck. And practice a slow, deep belly breath in this twisted shape. Whenever you feel ready, you can unwind and get yourself set up for relaxation. I have a few minutes to play with for relaxation. We have about 8. So take your time. Maybe you need your legs or knees propped up. Maybe you want to put your legs over the side of a couch or on a chair. I love getting my legs up for relaxation, but that's up to you. situated for relaxation. And once you're comfortable, take a few slow, deep breaths if you haven't started already. Practicing that deep belly breathing once again. Inhale deep into the lungs, like chin to the diaphragm, the belly expands. You exhale, your belly moves back towards your spine. The diaphragm goes up and helps you to empty the lung. So just taking your time. Slow, deep breath in, slow, deep breath out. And then eventually let your body just breathe itself. Let your body just rest. And allow your mind to do the same. Just settle into the sensations of the body as your body settles into the room, into the ground, into the space that you're in. Let your mind just be awareness. Sounds, space, sensation. If you feel ready, you can begin to deepen your breath, allowing your deepened breath to wake you up and bring you back. You can start to move fingers and toes. And start to move and stretch however you need to gently bring yourself back. Stretch, yawn, rearrange. If you're laying down still, you can bring your knees into your chest. You roll over to one side. And just slowly make your way back up to sitting whenever you're ready. If you're ready, you're in your own space, so you can tune me out or close your computer or shut off your phone if you want to. But eventually, if you are coming back up to sitting, just take a moment when you get there to notice how you feel, to notice what your breath is up to notice where your mind is at, how it feels to be in your body, in your space, in your room. If it's comfortable, you can bring hands into prayer position in front of the heart. You can bow your head to your heart and just send yourself gratitude for everything your body can do today, everything your mind is capable of, and everything your heart can let go of and also take in. Good. And when you're ready, we can lift the gaze. We'll send thank yous to the rectangles. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to stop the recording.